Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. I hope you're all doing really well. So today we're taking a look at this. It's a brand new Hasbro Hero Mashers Dilophosaurus / Pterodactyl. Now I've just eaten an extra strong mint. This isn't a product placement, but here in the UK we have these extra strong mints and they're so strong. My mouth is so minty. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the packaging. You can see we've got the Jurassic World logo up in the top right hand corner in blue and chrome. We've got the Dilophosaurus in a little blue cardboard tab. Here it says mash up with Pterodactyl. You can see you've got the Hero Mashers logo there, nice and bold. We've got this crazy behemoth of a dinosaur mixed with loads of different species. You can see the Dilophosaurus inside there with the pterodactyl bits. On the back we got a lovely picture of the Dilophosaurus mixed with other various dinosaurs, and you can see some of the other dinosaurs in this line. We've reviewed the Velociraptor, we've reviewed the Carnotaurus, we've reviewed the Spinosaurus, we've yet to review the Parasaurolophus, but we got that one, and today we're reviewing this guy here. And down here in the corner, they've made up a dinosaur, Dilophodactyl. They've obviously learned from Colin Trevorrow. Time for another extra strong mint. Let's get this thing out of the packaging. So here is the Dilophosaurus Hero Masher out of the packaging and fully constructed. Now I know a lot of you aren't big fans of this line, mainly because the dinosaurs look quite silly. The designs aren't dino accurate, but you have to remember that this is for a younger generation. And in terms of the design, I actually think these things look pretty funky as far as collector's pieces go. And I'm really pleased to see a Dilophosaurus version of the Hero Masher. As you can see, this one comes with the addition of these frills, which have these really nice tribal patterns painted on them. Really, really nice. And I love this angular design of the head. I love all these hard edges. It feels almost like, what if the Dilophosaurus were in the Clone Wars TV series, or sorry, Star Wars Rebels now. And as you can see, if we move down the body, you can see there's more of this patterning going on, even into the tail. I think there's something really cool about this design. It almost reminds me of the Arctic T-Rex from the Jurassic Park 3 line. Not very dinosaur-like, but still very cool in terms of its design. I also like the way they've used this lime green on all the claws and also on the frill on the top of the head. It's a really nice complementary colour to this sort of deep blue going on here. So you can open up the jaw quite wide, and as you can see they've sculpted in this nice little bit of flesh between the upper and lower jaw, which I think is really cool. We've got the same standard articulation. They're essentially like a ball and socket joint. You can rotate them and then pivot them in one direction, and that goes for all across the body. So we've got that at the shoulder, we haven't got it at the elbow. We've got it at the base of the neck, we've got it in 2 points in the tail, and we've got it here at the top of the leg and in the knee there. I can't remember if some of the dinosaurs had the elbow joint or not. I don't think they did. So this seems pretty standard articulation for the Hero Mashers line. And of course we do have the frills as well, which you can pivot and remove if you want to, so you can have him in his non-frilled mode. As with all the other Hero Mashers, we've got these sockets all over the body which allow for a lot of combinations of crazy dinosaur ideas, so you can put the frill on the back if you wanted to and have a crazy looking Dilophosaurus like that. So there's a lot of creativity here for little ones. Okay, meanwhile down on the review table here we've got all these spare parts which form the Dilophodactyl. Now, pterodactyl, isn't that an old term for a pterosaur that we don't use anymore? I thought it was pteranodon now. Anyway, let's see what this combination looks like. Okay, time for the Dilophodactyl makeover. Okay, here we have the abomination that is the Dilophodactyl. It doesn't quite work. They've kind of stuck the wings onto the side of the arms there. So you end up getting this sort of man-like pterodactyl, even though that's not a real dinosaur. I'm not sure as well that the colour scheme works too well on this one, but let's have a quick closer look at this guy. So I think because this guy's rendered in grey plastic, there's something about him that reminds me of Street Sharks, the old toy line to tie in with an animated TV series. Let me know in the comments down below if you remember that TV series. But as you can see, he does have an articulated jaw that doesn't open very much. For some reason, these alternative figures don't seem to have had much effort put into them compared to the main feature, in this case the Dilophosaurus, and in the other cases the Carnotaurus and the Spinosaurus. It seems like these ones get a bit of a rough deal, but as you can see we've got those tribal patterns continuing on the wing there. We've got some nice little dots running along the nose there. We've also got some nice splash of paint on the tail. Very short tail, but again this is a pterodactyl or pteranodon. Here's a closer look at the toe claws and the hand claws, which are actually rendered in a dark blue, so it does kind of tie back in with this colour scheme. So in terms of articulation, you can open and close the jaw. There's a ball joint at the neck, there's one at the shoulder, there's none at the elbow. You can detach these wings, so you can plug those in other areas if you want. Put them on the back. Here we go, now he's got a big fin on his back. There's one ball joint at the hip, but there's no knee ball joint, and there's only one for the tail. So that was today's look at the Dilophosaurus Hero Masher from Hasbro. I think this alternative mode is probably one of the worst ones I've seen. Probably second to the Mosasaurus figure, which was also pretty tragic. It's a shame that the alternative modes don't work as well as the main figures, but I suppose that leaves the creativity up to the kids. You know, they can create their own dinosaurs how they see fit. I think it would have been cool if they had some kind of articulation or bendiness in the wings, and also maybe if they'd placed them a little bit better so that they looked more like an actual pteranodon. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Would you be picking up this Dilophodactyl and the Dilophosaurus Hero Masher? I think actually for an item on your desk, the Dilophosaurus mode is actually pretty presentable, but I think there's no way I'd be putting this Dilophodactyl on my shelf as he stands. Let me know your thoughts anyway. In the meantime, rate and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.